How does the number 9 manifest in your date of birth? Find out in this video. What should you pay attention to? How can you make this trait work to help you achieve the most in life? We'll look at the best qualities and, of course, the possible problems in the next 10 minutes. In the meantime, I invite you to subscribe to our Telegram channel. On this channel, we post daily numerology tips to help you live each day in the most harmonious way. We also host live streams here where we answer subscribers' questions. You'll find the link in the description of this video. Be sure to watch this video all the way through. Throughout the video, I'll be giving recommendations to help you unlock the best qualities of your birth date. So the number 9, what is the symbol of the number 9? We see a large top and a small thin little leg. Plus it's unstable, it can wobble. This factor indicates that when people with the number 9 are well realized, it becomes a strong quality. They are very intelligent people. But in a negative scenario, it simply falls over. So the main quality of the number 9. 9 stands for wisdom. That's exactly what I call it. It's the sage. 9s can appear in the birth number, in the birth month, or in the birth year. In other words, they can show up as the personality number, the uniqueness number, or the destiny number. By the way, write in the comments where the 9 appears for you, in your birthday, in your birth month, or if you have it in your birth year. For example, the numerical value of the year itself adds up to 9, like the year 1989. Or let's say there's a 9 at the very end of your personal birth year, like 79, 69, or perhaps your children were born in 2009 or 2019. That counts here as well. Each astrological position possesses its own distinct and unique characteristic. For example, if we are specifically talking about individuals who were born in the month of September, these particular people inherently and naturally possess the remarkable trait of profound wisdom and deep understanding. Why is this important? Because, for example, when we talk about the month of birth, that's a person's uniqueness. What truly makes them incredibly unique and distinct? These are individuals who are already born with an innate and profound understanding of virtually everything that profoundly happens within this vast and intricate world. If you remember your early childhood, I think you'll recall experiencing a feeling like suffering for the whole world. That's the state of wisdom that is present in a child from birth. So if you were born in September, or your child was, or maybe some of you already have grandchildren, think about this. And when you look into the eyes of a child born in September, you know, it's like a bottomless well you can gaze into. It's a bottomless well of wisdom. And truly, there is pain for everything that happens in this world. People with 9s are also called little old men. If you were called that in childhood, let us know in the comments. And often during consultations, when people with strong 9s come in, especially in childhood, when it showed up, like on the 9th, 18th, or 27th day, or in September, when asked, "How did your parents treat you?" The answer is almost always, "They didn't understand me." Why does this happen? Because parents live on one level of perceiving reality, while children, especially these kinds of children, are on a different level. And parents try to make their children fit their own way of seeing things. As a result, children develop a problem. They don't feel supported by their parents, and in a child's mind, this feels like betrayal. So if you have children with these kinds of characteristics, remember that your involvement is important to them, that you understand them. And why do people like this end up coming to consultations later on? Yes, they have childhood trauma, not that their development stopped, but a pain appeared that later manifests itself in adulthood. And then it becomes difficult for them to make decisions. And then they go to psychotherapists to heal these psychological traumas. But you can actually prevent it from getting to that point. What is important to understand here? That you are a carrier of the wisdom gene. If you agree right now, take the first step. Go ahead, write yes. Like, yes, that's absolutely me. Or, alternatively, you could write down your own personal view of the current state or situation you find yourself in right now. Please feel free to write it in the comments section below. Why am I specifically emphasizing this particular and very important factor? Because your wisdom is very much needed right now in today's world. People are going through, our planet is going through a difficult time, and you are very important right now. Each of you is very important. Every step you take can lead to the unlocking of your own potential and that of those around you. Look, people with nines are those individuals who, you could certainly say, tend to look at others from a position of superiority or from above. It's not arrogance, it's more like they understand, like a wise person who looks down from above at children running around, not knowing what they're doing. And the question arises in your mind, what am I doing in this world that doesn't understand me? So that you can sort out these questions and anyone can figure out their own issues, their own problems, where these problems came from, where the misunderstanding of oneself began, and where obstacles arose. We have created a mini course. In it, you will examine which qualities are most important for you, what you should focus your attention on, where problems might arise for you, where your blocks are, which quality was active in which life cycle, and where you might have stumbled. You will sort all of this out in the mini course. A few short lessons will put everything in its place. If you have any kind of problem, you will see where it started. And most importantly, you will create a plan to move toward your true self. Join the mini course. The link is in the description of this video. Now let's continue our discussion about nines. Look, if these traits showed up in your childhood, so we're already talking about someone who's a real brainiac, who understands absolutely everything. And if your parents didn't understand you, just try to be understanding toward them. Yes, that's a bit of a tautology, be understanding toward them. They simply didn't know what to do with someone as smart as you. So, what is your task now? Just realize that you truly are a person with extraordinary abilities. A jack of all trades, right? And a master of many. Remember what your parents used to say when you were a child? So, this is a person who has many talents and you can develop any of your strengths at any time. But most importantly, you have the qualities of both a leader and someone who understands what is happening in the world. You are natural psychologists, natural consultants, natural numerologists. Why? Because the gene of wisdom is present in you from the very beginning. You are also natural leaders, and at the highest level at that. And working as an employee will be very uncomfortable for you. It will be quite uncomfortable for you to work with individuals who are not truly in the right place. And often, people who hold some high position are simply there because of family connections or something else, or because they stand out due to their pride and genuinely think they can create something significant there. But in reality, in most cases, people just get ahead because they can effectively suppress others. But your task is completely different. You can put everyone in their proper place. That's why being a business coach is also one possible direction. So here, it's simply important for you to determine where your strong position is. Moreover, if you had this at birth, that's one strong position. That is, as a rule, parents gradually shut down this state of wisdom. If that was the case for you, write about it in the comments. And if you have this in your year of birth, then it's important for you to express it now. It's important for you to develop this quality. And we also cover this in the mini course. So now, your most important and profound task is to truly manifest this elevated state of profound wisdom, to become a shining example for your beloved children, and above all, for your own self, to fully recognize and embrace this very best and most excellent quality within you. This is precisely and exactly what is deeply ingrained in your mind, residing within your innermost thoughts and consciousness. These are the eyes that observe and create the environment around you. These are the remarkable ears that truly listen and thoughtfully absorb everything that others say. Remember, we are given 2 ears and only 1 mouth, right? It's a valuable lesson to always keep in mind. Listen more, talk less. Speak directly and precisely to the essential point. Why is this so important? Because engaging in empty, meaningless talk truly drains a person's valuable energy and precious time. So what is important here? It's important that you recognize, your strongest qualities, your talent, your profession. If you need to change it, then you definitely should. And if you've been in the very same identical position for a considerable 20 years, for example, most often it's typically accounting, right? And for all these extensive years, or at the very least the past 5, you've just profoundly wanted to completely quit and then move on to an entirely different field, perhaps a new career path. What should you do? Get up and go now. Where should you go? We'll tell you. This is actually very easy to figure out during a consultation because your date of birth really does show your profession and where your success lies and how money will come to you. And most importantly, or maybe not even most importantly, but a very important point, where could you stumble? All of this is analyzed and resolved quite simply, and as soon as a person sees the direction they should go, their life is transformed. But for women, the biggest problem that can arise here is being too smart for their own good, especially if you have 2 or 3 nines in your date of birth. What is the problem with such girls? They often try to do absolutely everything for others, and they strive to save everyone, especially the significant man who enters their life and becomes a part of their world. This is the main mistake. Girls with strong nines, remember the fairy tale Vasilisa the Wise. You have that state, that wisdom, but that doesn't mean you need to show it everywhere. It's better to say something once, but say it so it's clear, rather than constantly trying to prove your point. The desire to save everyone eventually turns into a problem. Why? Because people aren't asking you to save them, but your desire to help is innate. So it is indeed much better if you already possess this strong urge and deep desire to diligently learn the profound profession of a numerologist and genuinely help people, to assist them with immense pleasure and heartfelt dedication, and furthermore, to also receive good, fair, and well-deserved compensation for your valuable efforts. Let us now comprehensively sum up everything we have discussed. If you have the number 9 present in your date of birth, then your primary and most significant quality is indeed profound wisdom. Second, it's the ability to unite people and lead them. And of course, it's truly best if you undertake this endeavor either individually, completely on your own, since working as a conventional employee will undoubtedly be quite challenging for you, or if you are currently employed, then in any case, you absolutely need to be responsible for a specific and significant area. And of course, you are indeed among those remarkable people who possess the unique ability to effectively pass on valuable knowledge to others. Plus, strong nines, especially if you have them in your year of birth, indicate that you are a person of the new era, and it's important for you to discover the knowledge that is emerging now in this new time, the era our planet has already entered. Since 2021, we have already been in a completely different format of development, and your task is to carry this knowledge forward. I invite you to join our school. Come, let's explore new knowledge together. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share this video on social media, subscribe if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel. I'm looking forward to seeing you all at the mini course. And with that, I say goodbye until we meet again.